Well, you'll never know that until you digest, absorb, utilize, and eliminate. When you correct those four things, then we can talk about deficiencies, and I think you're not going to have any. We never see any. Ever have I saw deficiencies here. Vitamin deficiencies during detox. No such thing. No such thing. When you're on a raw food diet, you're on the highest nutritive diet you can be on. Where would you be? Where would you get more nutrition than raw foods? And where would you get more nutrition than fruits and berries and your vegetables? Matter of fact, fruits and berries more so than even vegetables. So where do you get more nutrition than those foods? Life isn't about mega nutrition. Look around at the animals. Life is not about mega nutrition. Life is about two fluids that flow nicely, filter nicely, and sustain health to the cells. So vitamin deficiencies does not exist that way. Could if you took a lot of antibiotics and killed a lot of your bacteria, because you get a lot of vitamins through bacterium activity. Thank you. Everybody gives back. You know what I'm saying? And nature gives back. Isn't that beautiful? That's God. It gives back. Everything works together, so everything is affecting everything. When it's for the good of the whole, then it works. When it's only good for you, it's hard to work. But when what you're doing is good for the whole, then everything flows good. The four main processes are digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. These are very important to remember, because your client, your patient, whatever field you're in, is not going to get well and have super dynamic health until these four things are accomplished. Digestion, obvious. You must digest your foods. Pancreatic, hepatic, liver, gut, GI tract, stomach, all those have to be in a state of health. The absorption, lymphatic, remember interstitial lymphatic constipation. So you must be able to absorb your nutrition. You don't absorb your nutrition? Well, you already know what that is. Out the door. Undigested foods in your stools, pancreatic or hepatic. You're not digesting your foods. Then utilization, and don't ever forget this, guys, utilization. And this is where deficiencies, the Bashir and all these people, they don't get it. You must utilize your nutrition. So what do you recommend? I do recommend getting the adrenals up and getting the body healthy, going down the road we've been talking about. Because if you've been doing a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruits and things, you're not deficient. Now, if you're not utilizing your nutrition, you can be deficient. And if you're not digesting or absorbing your nutrition, you can be deficient. See what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you digest well. There's no particles of food in your stools. Two, that you're absorbing well. Now that's where the iris comes in and looks at that bowel collarate. Remember I show you that bowel collarate? Do you have a thick ring around there? Do you have a brown ring around the pupil which shows malabsorption? If you don't, good, we could be pretty good there. Then you're going to go to the adrenals and utilization of most minerals. And are you doing that? Once that's up, everything should be quite good. The last, of course, is always elimination. You can utilize all the chemistry you want, but if you're not moving those acids out, you're not going anywhere. And then it'll eventually wrap around and affect digestion again and absorption again, because it's that system that causes those problems. See how that works? Again, yes, we have inferior foods, inferior soils, blah, 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 blah. But I will say that man needs very little nutrition. I think there's much ado about nutrition that doesn't need to be ado in our field. We must fix these four processes first before we can even suggest that there's a deficiency out there. Unless you fix these four processes of digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination, you can't make an assumption that you need this as a supplement. But if you're having a symptom and it helps, okay, as long as it's not suppressive to the lymph system and doesn't create more acidosis. Too much fat can create ketosis, so you got to be careful. So scratch deficiencies and put either malabsorption and utilization problems. Utilization of nutrition is the next step that most practitioners need to realize. Adrenal steroids are how most of your minerals are utilized, but which one? Calcium. And where does calcium utilize from? Parathyroid gland. So once you understand how the glands work and what their job is, then there's so many steps. So I don't get a deficiency in calories. Who cares? How many animals do you know think of that? Is this going to give me enough calories for the day, Mom? What do you think? No.